the old floating rocks that were placed to link, I'm going to call it Snake Island, or where Jesus parted the seas. The floating rocks that the monkeys put down, laid out, are in retrospect to the orbs of concrete ish in Costa Rica to see what these monkeys do with them, to these monkeys placing floating stones in a microwave frequency in the middle of the ocean for a mass that can be seen from everywhere. Under the best pictures are taken. The best pictures. The reason why the satellite pictures went from shit to complete garbage to completely awesome isn't because of exposure. The best pictures in the world are done with a radio wave. And that's the difference of a picture taken and a picture placed. Like on Pinterest. Donald Trump took all the liberties for that one. That's what I'm talking about. I try not to contribute to any of the plastic or the floating rocks. I have a hard time throwing plastic in the plastic bin because I don't even trust where it's going. And when it's dirty, I have a hard time throwing it in the garbage. I don't think people... When I had my dream last night, and I was confused in my sleep about the bread crusts, but when I woke up, I knew they were for food, for critters. But the thing that confused me was seeing the boxes of food going to their targeted homes in a paper box where the bread was in there as a loaf with the crust cut off, but just the raw bread. I was confused because I saw all the bread crusts, and when I went to touch the bread, she let me touch the bread. But then she slapped my hand because my hands weren't washed. It woke me up. And then it tied it together in the dream of the wolf walking on 2 feet, where we were getting elephants to chase us so we can run up a mountain. That all has to do with the same rock. Everything that's happened to me in the last 3 days has been making Nigeria, Jerusalem. Or that of which Noah Ark will need to go if we're allowed to stay here. I think there's enough plastic or floating rocks out there, so I don't think it's a necessity. And at this point, I hope not.
We got the chair in the middle of the door here.
Yeah, he was just letting the floor dry. I'm going to push it back in 1 second. Jim Carrey can go. But I love how what I thought or what was called a school was no more. And I've had the thoughts before about all of our food being genetically brought into part for us by some. I've had that thought a lot over the last couple of years, that we'll call it an underground lab, because some people that had their homes invaded, they're really busy sciencing stuff for us. Loose lips sink ships. And this is not only a shout out, but a huge thank you. I wish I wasn't at such a crossroad with the garbage that's created, or if it's created for a fucking reason, to bring that gasoline up. Anyways, I was thinking, I don't know if I talked about how important, if we were allowed to have animals, being the native or the indiglo ones are the ones supposed to be responsible for us not polluting too much. But then them not stepping up to the plate to do it. That's sad as fuck. I'll blame alcohol. It's easy. It doesn't have feelings. But I don't know what else to blame. So I'll blame alcohol or Walmart. But their red path, they're supposed to be the planet's protector of ecosystem. And they get castorized from not having kids, or they're so disconnected from the world that they're not allowed to do their job, their passion, or their peoples. I saw Israel at Surrey Central today saying, come to Israel. They're not racist against anyone. I've never heard one culture ever say that. And I've seen them doing that for years. If you throw a baby on a monk's doorstep, it will never see a female for its entire life. That is fucking sexist. Period. So monks have failed us. Alcohol has failed us. In turn, the domino effect of at the bottom of the hill, we need to start carving out under these big fucking rocks soon. Because this isn't fucking working for me. At all. And I hope to sure high fucking hopes that it doesn't work for you. At this point, a flea gets more done than us. Also, Jasper, instead of making palm oil on a palm tree, climb up a fucking giraffe and get off. It's kind of shaped the same. And they got pretty eyes.